Good morning, Tony Lyall.
Good morning, G-Lane. How are you?
I've been better, to be honest.
I thought you might have been. Big weekend in Chicha.
Big weekend. You know, as always, we get there on the Friday. We had the ACC Inappropriate Sports Quiz at Robbie's in Litchfield there. Some great New Zealanders turned out there, by the way. Mm-hmm. Max and his boys took out the quiz. As a result, they got a $200 bonus bet, which they turned into $2,500.
What did they put it on?
They put it on a Will Jordan first, second or third try scorer.
Nice.
Is it Pernard, the winger that scored first for France?
Yeah, he's a greedy boy. He loves to score.
And New Zealand to win. And they turned 200 into $2,500.
That almost seems, I guess the first, second or third for Will Jordan.
Yeah.
There's a bit of risk there. He's been off form. We're not quite sure what he's capable of, but he loves to score meat pies for the ABs. Yeah. So, and that thinning-haired Pernard, he loves to also score tries no matter who he's playing for. So it's almost a safe bet.
Smart punting. And it was his 21st on Saturday night as well.
Oh, my word.
Had a hell of a weekend.
It's quite a big old day. So the day before, won the quiz to get $200. Because $200 is, that's a nominal amount. It's everyone loves $200. But between a few of you, you just split it off. What are you're getting just a couple of boxes of beer. That's about it. But if you chuck it on a big old multi, I mean, that's just smart thinking.
I know. And then on Saturday morning, we took around a couple of boxes of beer to get his 21st started. He'd already poured his yard glass.
Oh, letting it settle, of course.
At 10:30 in the morning.
But that's smart stuff. That's good yard glass etiquette because you want to set it, let all the bubbles go out. You don't want it ice cold. I've seen some people drink some bubbly, ice cold yard glasses, and it's tough. It's already tough. Why make it harder for yourself? Yeah,
before we get into the details of what went on the weekend, because there was a few incidents.
Yes.
Well, not as many as the Willie Mason Mania one, but I did notice my feed was either full of stuff happening in Christchurch or people letting fireworks off out of their butt. In Australia.
I saw this as well. It looked like scenes from Baghdad out there in the Northern Territory, something called Territory Day, which I was unfamiliar with. But I think they basically just let them do the purge once a year in the Northern Territory, say, whatever goes. People are like running through the streets with bazookas. They're huge handheld fireworks, it looks like a Subway footlong.
Yeah.
They're running around with, and just launching it over cars, standing on the back of sort of Toyota Hiluxes. They look like they're storming Baghdad on the first day of the war. It's nuts.
I saw two guys let off fireworks into an outdoor garden bar and then just sprint, because obviously they launched the Roman candles into it and then just lit up this corner bar with everyone in it just drinking and then just hoon down the street. But apparently it's 1st of July is when they celebrate their independence. They got independence from as a state of the Northern Territory in the 70s or something, but it's that. They never sell fireworks in Australia.
Just then.
Only for that day.
Well, you'd imagine it would burn the whole place down, because if there's one thing I know about the Northern Territory, very dry. I've been to Darwin once, and they were doing controlled burn-offs the whole time we were there to stop the wildfires. And so it was just smoke in the air, and it's scary because it's so hot. And they're like, hey, listen, who are we not to let you... and as this incredible headline reads, this is one from the Sunday Territorian, and the images of a young gentleman, and he has what I can only describe as a firework stuck up his ass. And the headline is, "Why I stuck a screamer up my steamer."
And the top one says, "Fire in the hole on cracker night."
It's just great stuff. I mean, they're having fun with it, which I appreciate. The news organisation is going, we could write, "Man sticks Roman candle up his ass," but that's not as fun as "Why I stuck a screamer up my screamer."
The image of the kid, he looks quite young.
I don't want to say kid.
He looks quite relatively young there. He's lying on his stomach.
Oh.
And he's turning back. He's up on his elbows, turning back, looking over his right shoulder while, can I even describe it as a large Roman candle explodes out of his behind.
Yeah, I mean, you always admire your work, don't you? So if you do happen to stick a Roman candle up your ass, you are going to glance back. It is, I didn't think he looked that young. I also don't like to think the fact that you don't want to be too young doing this sort of carry on. Where do you go from here? If you're doing this when you're 13, if you're on the front page of the Sunday Territorian with a firework up your ass, what are you going to do for your 21st?
Oh, yeah, I know. But if you're a 45-year-old man doing that, then that's not good either.
Yeah, it's hard to know which is worse. 45 is... But then, again, if you're 70 and you're doing it, that's funny again.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a bell curve.
Yes, you're right.
Where if I saw, an octogenarian, if there was someone who was maybe in their 80s and they had a firework up their ass, I'd be like, this guy rules. He could be the greatest guy of all time.
But you've got to have quite tight buttocks to hold that in place, because having... I don't know if you recall, a few years ago we got inundated with people teeing golf balls off people's buttholes.
I recall.
And it's a very stag do thing to do.
Of course.
And I think we got hundreds at one summer, and it just got out of control. And we decided to give it a go on the ACC Golf Open at Harewood in Christchurch. Mm-hmm. So Matt Heath very kindly just offered his ass to be teed off on, and he dropped his pants, lay down, and his ass was so flaccid that we couldn't get the tee even in, and we couldn't tee the ball up.
Well, he needs to squeeze. He needs to work on glute day or something.
He was squeezing hard, but we just couldn't get. It was like a couple of big bits of jelly that we were trying to put the tee in.
No,
in the end, I just had to put it on the crack and use a sandwich.
Oh, how did it go?
Badly.
Yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I think you can really rip a butt cheek clean off an ass doing it that way. But surely there's an element of squeezing tensely so that your butt's, like when there's a 2-point lead in the last minute of a game and you tense up. Or, I mean, very worst case scenario, just shove it right up your date. But
when you're lying down, your date's not quite. It's not
the right
quite
angle,
a vertical.
is it?
So you've got to go in with a tee that has like a hook to the right.
You needed a bigger tee.
That's all we needed.
You needed a tee stuck onto the end of some sort of big dilly.
We needed a double tee. We needed a double tee.
The dillies you see around, and I know you're pretty au fait with dildos around here. The ones that sort of stick onto a window.
Or the shower wall.
Yeah, the shower floor. From some of the videos I've seen online. One of those coming out, and then you sit the ball on the suction cup.
That's a good
potentially.
idea.
But then that doesn't make it very dangerous because you've got you've got 9 inches of clearance. If it's anything like the videos I've watched.
Okay, well, let's get into the weekend's festivities. Before we do, though, happy birthday to Joe Jury.
Oh, what a guy.
What a guy. He's spending his birthday at work.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, he's got a slight 3-day hangover to deal with, but happy birthday, Joe.
Thanks, fellas.
Right.
What a place.
Live from the Export Beer Garden Studios. It's the agenda for Monday, the 6th of July.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
20 seconds left. Sneakers. Side titty asking for it. Side titty takes it into contact. A French fly at him.
This is their
looking
last
for
chance.
the counter run.
They need it, but they haven't got it. The ball's available for Ratimo
10
again.
seconds. 10 seconds. Looking for another runner. Finds it in Sadi Savia. Oh, he gobbles clock. I've never seen Nadi Savia gobble clock. But it's time up on the clock. Sneakers Ratima will pass it back to the love muscle. The love muscle will kick it into touch. And it has been a game for the ages. The first time the All Blacks have played under the roof at Te Kaha, the first ever Nations Championship match, and it's been a doozy. The All Blacks won 34-32.
One of the craziest games you will ever see, and what a game befitting of the stadium that it's been played in. I mean, the crowd is on their feet. They are absolutely loving it here at Te Kaha. There is a cop taking a selfie down there. Someone's mum has flashed us from the corporate hospitality in front of us. She's all go down here in Christchurch. I need a beer. I need some fresh air. I need to sit down.
So there we have it.
Yes.
What a game. It was like, do you know what pisses me off is like, it was such a great game to commentate and watch.
Yes.
Like, so fast. Bugger all box kicks. They turned over ball so quickly. Tries both ends. Well, I mean, we had the advantage at halftime. It was 3 tries to 1, but French came back. But then the headlines the next day are like, for some reason, we're obsessed with what the world has to say about the All Blacks.
I couldn't agree more. I was raking over the coals today, early this morning, and it was all like what the world says. I'm like, who gives a shit?
I know, and the world said substandard performance.
Yeah, as if
it's like, what?
You're only playing the team in front of you. That's the thing that I find frustrating with a lot of that. They're like, oh, if they're playing someone else, it might not have gone there. Who gives a shit? We beat the team that was there to play.
Yeah.
If it was a French twos, which I don't think it was, there was some pretty handy players still running around out there.
Well, but
we still did what we needed to do to win that particular game. And also, we'd only had 10 days to prep. I think they said they had 6 trainings, which is not that many trainings. I mean, it's a lot in 10 days. I'd be knackered if I was to do 6 trainings in 10 days. But it's not that long for a team to gel, so there's going to be an element of rust in there. And, when there's a rusty trombone, it's never going to go well. So I say, who cares what everyone else thinks? We got the W. It looked good. Sure, was Tana Umang's defence coaching maybe a little sus? Potentially. But, when hasn't he been sus as a defence coach? So you got to ask that question.
Well, because I thought it was, whoever went along to that game got their money's worth.
Yeah, totally.
Hard, because even the laser show at halftime, which was hilarious watching all the boomers see lasers for the first time.
Well, the only times they've seen it is when they were shooting into their eyes to fix their cataracts.
It's true. It is true.
Here's my hot take. Televise the laser show. I was watching from the comfort of my home, and they had a big ad, and it was the something sponsored halftime show coming up next. And I honestly was like, oh, this is cool. We're going full America. We're doing I can't remember, some travel brand halftime show coming next. And I was like, this is great. Turns out it was actually just Quade Cooper telling us about rugby. And I was like, no, I don't want this. I want to see the lasers.
How dangerously boring is Quade Cooper?
Yeah, it's a long way to fly over for a guy to say probably what I could have mustered up. But, he looks good, and at least we all hate him.
Yeah, it's true. His hair looked like it's made a remarkable comeback.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a number off old Quade Cooper, to be honest. It's I think him and Dave Rennie might have seen the same guy. And
Dave Rennie made a comeback.
I think his hair made a comeback. He was running a sort of dangerously high widow's peak at one stage. Well, that doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that would have done it.
No, I don't think so.
Who's the old Aussie coach? And he's almost got an island.
Yes, he has.
He's got a full circle
Isthmus.
He's got an
isthmus.
He has. It's the 1K gap in between the two C's in the middle. It's diabolical.
He's now coaching rugby league.
He's maybe like assistant coach? Potentially?
Yeah, NRL,
Yeah.
That's
I guess
crazy,
when you've run out of phone numbers in your preferred sport, maybe more of a man manager out there or checker.
He was great, though. He was great checker because the camera in the coach's box was always entertaining with him.
Oh, he was always slamming the glass.
Speaking of coaching boxes, we had a small incident at Te Kaha. Our commentary box, obviously want to keep us as far away from the All Blacks as possible, so they stick us next to the French coach box, the away coach box, and all that's between us is a glass and about 1.5 meters of frosted glass. Yeah. So there's a big gap at the top. And
is the gap up the top, that's regular glass?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So still soundproof.
Not overly soundproof.
Soundish proof.
Soundish proof.
Yes.
Like you can look, I may have been banging on the glass every time we scored with my wedding ring. But before the game started, I knew that they were next door, and during Super Round, we got up on the desk and looked over at the Waratahs training. It might have been the Queensland ones as well, who weren't impressed with us looking over
the coaches.
And so I knew that, like, as soon as you popped your head up there, you're very visible. And so Mania got up there and put his head over, and every single person in that box, all 5 of them, just snapped to their left and just looked at this guy, bearded guy with his head over the frosted glass, going, what kind of way?
Well, it's the ultimate, rugby. It's been sort of plagued over the years by accusations of people cheating, going to practices with binoculars and drones and like trying to get as much intel as they could get. Maybe they thought he was like a sleeper agent for New Zealand rugby and he'd been activated to come and steal some secrets during the game.
They're not worried about the high definition camera that's in the corner?
Well, they might be a little bit worried about that. I guess, what are they getting from that? No. Maybe they had notebooks or computers?
No, but anyway, after that, we had a security guard put to the back of the commentary box.
I did see the footage of that, and I wondered what happened. I thought maybe you'd been commentating with no pants on again.
No, we'd done that. That was the first ever event, kind of malarkey.
You get that out?
Yeah.
I think that looking over, because is there any sign saying no peeking?
No.
I think you've got to set the expectation of no peeking.
Yeah, well, I've got no doubt that they'll install no peeking signs.
A little sign, just no peeking.
Or just frost it to the top.
You got to go frosted tips all the way. It is that awkward thing, because I've been, in a meeting room, often in an office environment, they'll have frosted glass just so you can't see it, but if you go on your tippy toes, you can. And people will be waiting for you to get out of the meeting room, and they'll sort of they'll peek. Yeah. And it is hard not to look at the peeker when you're the peekee. You'll go, oh, who's that? Oh, someone peeking. And you go, no, we're in here. We've got it booked. And then they're peeking over the top, trying to rush you, they're tapping their watch saying, listen, we've got this from 11, mate. It's a real pain in the ass.
No peeking.
No peeking.
No peeking. So 2 tries to Will Jordan, 2 tries to Cam Royds.
Yeah.
And a yellow card in the first 2 minutes.
Hell of the first couple of minutes.
Holy.
I mean, Ruben Love, here's the 10 jersey, mate. You got the keys. Let us show what you can do. Immediately smashes a guy in the head with his shoulder.
But he's like the most unlikely player to ever smash someone in the head.
Yeah, 100%. I think he just got caught out maybe. Bit bit of blood, like, seeing red after the haka.
Yeah,
he got the energy of his ancestors, the wairua of his ancestors started coursing through him, and he just decided to smash some blokes.
He hadn't even touched the ball.
Yeah. Trying to impose himself.
He hadn't touched the ball and got binned for 10.
It was scary. I wasn't even at the couch when they scored a try. I'd watched the haka, of course, and then was like, quickly ran to the kitchen to grab a couple of brewskis, grab a bowl of chips, and as I made my way back, I heard them score. My son was there yelling, "They scored!" And I was like, "Who? Us?" And I was like, "Oh, this is a hell of a way to start."
It was too easy as well, that try.
Very easy.
Too easy.
I think I just put that one down to, start of the game, bit of schoolboy era running around before you get the wheels under you.
It was so quick that our technical team hadn't even given us the right effects line, so we had Eminem playing,
and then we had like
you missed it. We'll lose yourself.
Yeah, we'd lose yourself, and then we had some Johnny Cash in there.
There was a bit of Johnny Cash. It was
Ring of Fire.
It was very strange. Very strange. It was Ring of Fire actually.
Yeah, it's a good tune. It's a hell of a tune.
So anyway, there was all sorts going on. But you obviously listened to the missionary.
Yeah, I certainly did. And there was one particular piece of audio. I think sometimes we're accused of being a little bit disgusting here at the ACC. People will tune on and go, "Oh, what's that?" But the missionary aren't exempt from it either. As you can listen to this and tell me what you think.
They came hard. They came with intent.
I mean, that's disgusting, Justin Marshall.
They came hard.
They came hard. I know. You can't just be running around.
How stupid do you think we are?
I think we should cancel them.
Yeah.
I'm just reckon we should start a petition.
Yeah.
We're going to get rid of Marshy. He's disgusting. He's talking about them coming hard.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine he's talking about, ejaculating, and it's inappropriate.
Yeah, well, look, we spent a lot of time around the French in the weekend because they were in the same hotel as us.
Ooh.
At Ridges on Latimer.
Oh, nice. I've stayed there. It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful place. Bloody Mary's had a great pre-match there on the Friday, a lunch there with Beaver.
Now, is that the place? Is that the restaurant in the hotel?
Yes, Bloody Mary's.
Apparently, that's one of the best steaks in town. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway, we're in there. The French were in there as well. Unusual bunch.
French? Who would have thought?
A lot of the management staff smoking durries. I love a durry.
Oh, roll your own.
And the durries out, just smacking durries the whole time.
Yeah.
They, interestingly, would catch the bus to and from the stadium on non-match days, which, if you know Christchurch, as the crow flies and as the footpath flies, 150 metres from the ground.
Well, they've got gear to carry. They also might be.
No,
they might think that they would get it assassinated as sort of retribution for the Rainbow Warrior.
Well, you're more likely to put a limpet mine on the bus.
That's true. You could do
than all of them walking in a school kind of walking school bus.
Yeah, do a sort of IRA style bomb, like how they got that Mountbatten character and take him out.
Take him out on a boat
when he goes out fishing. It is interesting. Very close. So no gear.
Yeah, well, they had a gear truck.
Gear truck.
All they were doing was carrying their boots.
I think that they think they're better than us because they're French, and so they go, "We don't want to associate with the general public," so they jump on the bus.
But then outside of practice times, they were just walking the streets. Also,
maybe a security element. Maybe maybe they've already gone through some drills in the hotel, and they go, "Listen, on the bus, we get on there. I'll tell you some secrets," and then we get to the hotel. We get to the. Listen, I don't know.
I tell you what was great though on Saturday morning was wandering around. Joe and I were desperately looking for a Bloody Mary somewhere. Just to
you didn't think to go to Bloody Mary's?
Well, I was a bit busy with breakfast at that time. The bar wasn't open.
Well, I don't want to cast aspersions on a fine establishment, but if your name is Bloody Mary's, you got to be open for Bloody Mary's.
Well,
that's
usually they had Bloody Mary's
outrageous.
available at the buffet.
Yeah, but they just I don't know what was going on. There was too many boomers in there. It was killing me.
God,
it was so hot and sweaty.
Good buffet though. I've had a buffet in there before as well. And can I just say, as far as buffets go, love a little self-made pancake station.
Oh yeah.
Squirts the juice out, cooks it, comes through a conveyor belt. Absolute love it.
So we were going around, just going for a walk, looking to take the edge off. First of all, bumped into Tupuvai and his wife and his child, just wandering down one of the Cashel Street
Mall.
Yeah. Cashel Street Mall. I was like, he's not playing, he's just coming out with the family. That's nice.
What, his kids down?
Yeah. And then, around the next corner, Ethan de Groot, his wife and children, just walking down New Regent Street. Then walked up to another cafe looking for a Bloody Mary. Josh Morby's out the front having a coffee. They're all kind of. It was like a spy movie where the All Blacks were spying on Joe and I trying to drink Bloody Marys.
Yeah, they've been sent out. They go, we don't know what this commentary's about. We've heard rumours they might do some peeking later tonight, and so we need to see if they're above board. We've got to have them in there because we've got to enforce this no peeking policy.
And a huge apology to Offa Tuangawhasi, who I accused of being a crack addict, because I said, whoa, there's a crack, watch out for the crackhead on the Lime scooter, from miles away, like doing like big zoomies all over the footpath.
It was Offa?
And it came close, it was Offa.
Well, is he not in the team?
Yeah,
I thought he was
that's what
not
I
in the
said.
squad. What's he doing there?
He's just hanging out, riding the scooters.
He's just down. I mean, he's Auckland based, not in the
scooters.
All Black squad.
Riding
Maybe he
scooters.
was brought down as some sort of training fodder
Yeah, baby.
or something like this. I mean, he's got a lot of experience, but yeah, not in the team or the replacements. That seems odd to me.
Admittedly, I'm going on what?
Are you sure it was Offa Tuangawhasi?
Well,
This
this is the thing.
I didn't lock eyes because I thought it was a crackhead.
Yes.
And then Joe just rolled out hey mate, and he goes, "G'day guys," and carried on. And he goes, "That's Offa Tuangawhasi." And I said, "You sure?" It looks like
Yeah,
a
I
crackhead."
think Joe might have done some racial profiling here, and I don't want to cancel you on your birthday, mate. But
He had the little beard thing that he's got, the little chin
he's
beard
got
thing.
like
and
either side of the chin.
massive
going on.
motherfucker, so I figured it was him.
He's hard. He is hard to miss. He's maybe the biggest guy I've ever seen. So yeah, I'd say probably was. He must have been putting that Lime scooter to its limits.
Oh man, yeah, it was screaming.
Absolutely screaming.
In Christchurch, though, there's no speed limit.
No.
Not like in Auckland, where you basically go walking pace everywhere. Because the boomers have complained about having close calls with young people.
We need a new segment just getting shit off our chest because I took a Lime scooter in central Auckland down by the waterfront.
Oh, good luck.
And I was going full walking pace for ages. And I'm like, there's no point. What am I doing here?
Yeah, totally.
There's no one around. Like, it should be people censored or just let me go a little faster.
Yeah,
it was a true punish.
Yeah. How good was the big screen replay?
Oh.
We talked to the Monster Vision guys and we said, well played.
Well
played
played
on that because there was a knock on. I don't know what the TMO was doing. TMO goes,
He said he cleared it.
yeah, he cleared both. He goes, no knock-ons, give the try. And the ref gave the try, and then Monster Vision went, nope, and they put it on all the screens.
Yeah, there's a beautiful chemistry working there because the Monster Vision guys get the feed from the trucks. So they're just getting what's playing out on TV.
Yeah.
So the person on TV, the director must have gone, listen, we need to play that back now. And the Monster Vision guy called their play, was like, I think they've got to play it back, chuck it on the big screen.
Yeah.
They put it up. So there's two different people working in tandem. Then the crowd played their part by being super noisy. And I saw it at the time and was like, well, that's obvious
Clearly
knock on. And they cleared it after the fact, which is bizarre. It wasn't like it was marginal.
No. And I was wondering with the TMOs, are they being encouraged just to make a decision, are they?
I think so. I think they're
Go
trying
quickly.
to rattle through it. But that's the international.
point
It's
of
not
them then?
typically like that. International, they're normally slow and boring. But yeah, I think they were going through it too fast in this instance. And great work from everyone involved to have another look at that. The Canterbury crowd, if there's one thing they love to do, it's piss and moan. So they really started yelling.
Absolutely, they did.
And in the end, the right decision was made. I think one of the refs was like, "That there's no way that can be a try." And I thought that was summed up well. You can't have that in the lead up and then go on to be a try. You go, listen, we're going to nip this one on the bud.
Great. Brutality was used to describe how the All Blacks wanted to play. Optimism as well, which is weird. I think that's just more confidence.
Yeah, I think that's
Confidence
keyword bingo. That's sort of, it reminds me of assistant coach bingo where Rennie's obviously got a few words that he relies on. Optimism must be one that he says a whole bunch because every single player in the post-match.
Is that optimism more, is that a humble way of saying confidence? We just have to go in with some BDC.
Yeah. It's sort of saying, I think it's more like the glass half full thing, right? So they're going, if I kick it, we might score. Or you might not, but we might. So if we spin it wide, we might score. You might not, but we might. So I think that's sort of it.
Right.
Just go have a whip around and see what you get. And I mean, they were rewarded for the most part. There's a couple of bits that made you clutch your head and go, ooh.
Yeah, there was a few midfield, but a bit of confusion midfield. There were a couple of times. Adi Severe dropped one, which was unusual, and then Geordie Barrett dropped one as well. It just
tough.
seemed a bit clunky. But when it did work, shit, it was good. When Damien McKenzie came into the back line and sliced them open.
Yeah, I heard him in the post-match say, and I quote, you can't have shocker 2 weeks in a row, so it's good to get one. So just acknowledging that the last time he played he had a shocker was actually quite nice to hear and go, I sucked. I get it. I was awful. A couple of great facial injuries as well, I thought. I like to see Ethan de Groot get a big old knee right to the face, split him in twain. Adi Savia had a big cut. And I reckon as a forward, getting a facial injury, it's maybe the best thing you can do.
But also, can I just talk about Fletcher Newell's ear? It was bleeding before the game even started.
Yeah.
Can we sort that out? Can someone
Chop it off.
Just someone put a plaster or something on it?
But they do. They put them on and they get worse. Like, because Adi Savia runs the tape on the ears. Tape them up. Go full sort of Kieran Reid style, Mark Carter. Tape them up so that they're stuck to your hair. Don't put tape on them because they just get torn.
And it looks like he's wearing a sanitary pad.
I think I've got a inkling that Ardie Savea quite likes it, that his ears are all fucked.
Ooh.
So he's got them all hanging off. And after the game, he went into his post-match interviews as captain. He could have given his face a wipe, but he kept the blood on there just to send, a little bit of a message that he's a hard bastard. I think Ethan de Groot's the same. He'll have that big black eye. Also, a very funny call from him after to be like, did I score it? They're like, nah, man. He's like, oh, okay.
They'd already made the decision.
Yeah, just double checking.
He 100% needed to be HIA'd after that. You can't
100%.
You can't take a knock to the face that opens you up and then.
Well, maybe the face. I guess the under the eye. It's not like that's where your brain lives, is it? It's your cheek.
But the fact that he's disallowed the try, he's called for the goal line dropout or whatever, and he still asked him, "Did I score it?"
I think he was just. You got to roll the dice, don't you?
How good was the referee just switching between French and English as well? French couldn't get away with anything, like when you in terms of bagging the referee in your own language.
It's quite inspired. I thought I didn't know that he was capable of that at the start of the game.
Yeah.
Because a lot of English people speak French, so it makes sense that he would also be able to be familiar. But it was just great to be able to flip over, talk to them, flip back, flip into it. Yeah, it's a hell of a skill.
Yeah, and when it was so funny in the breakdowns, because we had the ref mics quite loud. He's like, no, français. It was like.
I mean, we all get that. He could just be saying no. I wanted him to be like, où sont les toilettes? Je m'appelle Georges.
Où est la piscine?
That's all I know.
Doing high school phrases. Where's the swimming
That's
pool?
all you got, yeah. Où sont les bibliothécaires?
Where's the library?
Yeah, I think so. A couple of debuts as well, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
I like they had this sort of, remember Carl Heyman was their 1,000th All Black, but he came on with someone else at the same time. So he was their 1,000th due to the fact that his name alphabetically came first.
Right.
We had a bit of that as well because Fehe Fingianofo, he came on at the same time as Jamie Hanna, and one of them, the next person on was going to be All Black 1, 2, 3, 4, which is kind of nice. But they ran on, of course. F comes 4H, so boom, he gets the nod.
He gets the 1, 2, 3, 4.
The 1, 2, 3, 4, as opposed to Jamie Hanna 1, 2, 3, 5, which is just
it's
like a weird pin code you got for your bank card. We're 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean. What's not to like?
That is a great one to have. 1, 2, 3.
It's pretty good. I did some digging on other numbers. Jimmy Duncan played for Otago, played 10 games, 1 test, scored 9 points, number 69. It's kind of nice. And Jim Wynyard, he played 13 games, 0 tests.
Yep.
He was killed in action at the Battle of Alamein, and he's All Black number 420.
Some great research there, Tony.
Yeah, thanks.
Some real good research.
Shout out Jim Wynyard. What a legend. I mean, I actually felt when I read that, I was obviously like honour the troops, stood up and saluted. But it just made me think of how old school All Blacks are just such hard bastards. And, we think of all these guys now and they're like, oh, we're the rugged, tough guys. And you're like, all right, mate, go to World War II, you softcock. These guys are full hard bastards. So we salute you. Big Jim, number 420.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with some more sporting action from the weekend. Plus, I'll fill you in on what happened exactly on Friday and Saturday nights and what I can recall anyway.
Yes.
Joe, you might have to fill in the gaps. Rightio, so over the weekend we had the ACC Inappropriate Sports Quiz, which I mentioned at the start. Mm-hmm. Jack and his mates took that out. A great evening.
Jack and his mates.
Oh, not sorry, Max and his mates. Sorry.
Who was Jack and his mates?
So who's Jack and his mates?
He was jacking his mates.
You were in Christchurch jacking your mates.
Yeah, his name was Max and he was jacking his mates. A few work-ons for the quiz though, Joe?
Yeah, just potentially not having the administration team in a sweaty kitchen with the dishwasher going off every time I'm trying to mark a score.
It's just reenacting real world environments. You've got to be better. That's like how athletes train at altitude. Yeah. We're just trying to put you through the paces so that under intense circumstances
Joe was
you can
in
mark.
A small butler's kitchen off the side of the bar where he was doing all the marking. But unbeknownst to us, because when we went there initially for a bit of a rehearsal, it was empty. But by the time we started, it was full of all of the staff's clothes, plus it was the location for the glass cleaner steamer.
Oh, the sanitizer.
So by the time we were in there, it's full. It's like a sauna in there. Young Ella has...
It was a bit too hot for Ella. The kitchen was...
Yeah.
I heard she got heat of steam, quite literally.
Yeah, and she was in charge of pressing the next button on the question because we couldn't get the Google Chrome to work. So we actually just plugged it HDMI straight into the laptop, which meant that was on top of the dishwasher as well. So she's pressing the next button. People cottoned on that it was Ella pressing the next button. So there was a lot of banter going on about pressing the next button, Ella. And to the point where Ella had enough and she had to go and get some fresh air.
Nice.
Which caused a bit of chaos because then Manai had to step in. Then I had to carry on doing the questions. Then the answer sheets, unfortunately on the multiple choice on the answer sheets, I didn't put the letter and the answer. I just put the answer.
Yeah.
So Joe was struggling with...
That's quiz rookie 101 there.
So people were just bringing in sheets saying A, B, C, D. And I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I've got the answer here. I don't know if...
I don't know the letter.
Yeah, Leroy Carter. I don't know what letter he was.
Anyway, people were handing in the answer sheets through a little slit in the door where
we were running a Quasimodo kind of situation.
where Joe would just snatch it out of their hands. So after 4 rounds or so,
the hand poking out.
And then someone asked, "Can you tell a joke?" And I told the rusty nail joke.
Oh God!
As if it didn't go bad enough on the podcast earlier this week. He thought,
joke is the strongest word I have used to describe that sentence that you told us.
It was worse than the podcast one I told.
I mean, unimaginable.
It was
a table of girls who got up and walked out after that mid quiz. They were like, nah.
Hey, we knew this was going to be inappropriate, but we didn't know you were going to talk it. But I didn't know there's going to be bad comedy.
It's pretty funny.
It's the worst thing. This is worse than the Jesus blasphemy.
Anyway, we got I got given some presents. I got given some toilet paper and some window cleaner.
Oh, nice.
Which was nice. And then young Kieran gave us which was this on the Friday? It was
Yes.
Gave me a great T-shirt, Kieran. At Bloody Mary's, we were there just doing a bit of work, and he came up and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad you're here. I got something for you." He pulls out of his bag a black T-shirt with "Yours, please, Murray Deaker" printed on the front. It's a great T-shirt.
Lovely. Is it a retro?
Yeah, and I was like, "You walking around with that, hoping to bump into me?" And he goes, "Yeah, I knew you guys were here, so I brought it for you. So here you go, as a present."
That's great.
He got a "Yours, please" T-shirt.
Did he explain the provenance of where he got it from?
Oh, it's just from. He's a big fan of the Agenda podcast.
He got it printed?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he might have had it from the OG
No.
Mazdika days.
But I think we might have to do a line on them on the ACC shop.
It's not a bad shout.
Of
I mean, you
pleases.
get the printing run done with the Steady the Nips tees,
Yep.
some Yours Please tees.
Yours, please.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good effort from him.
What I'd like to know about this weekend is I saw some very punishing footage of you belting out what looked like karaoke in an empty establishment. And
well, okay, I'll explain that. We were there just doing making sure the tech worked. And they had music playing, and it's one of those things where if you start using your microphone, the music dies down.
yeah.
All I was doing was singing along with the music, and then the music died off, and it was just me singing Bon Jovi.
Yeah, it was very tough to watch, and I thought, who else is there? Because this is diabolical.
No.
This is one man who's had a mic and too much confidence.
No, it was a rehearsal. I mean, my trust was betrayed by Joe, who filmed it and put it online, obviously. Yes. But I'm used to that. That part of it. But things just kept on happening that weekend because the pre-game we had at Robbie's on Litchfield started at 2:00. At about 4:30, a fire breaks out in the restaurant across the alleyway from us. Fire engines come from everywhere. There's firemen. There's a kitchen fire. The whole alleyway's full of smoke. Just closed the door, had a lock-in and Robbie's. Everyone just piled over into Robbie's.
Was that how it worked? You were just able to shut the door and get the poisonous gas out?
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, we stayed outside. All the smokers stayed outside. And
it is hard to be literally smoking a cigarette and go, I won't consume that smoke, but I will consume this one.
And young Bo from Mahurangi was there with his dad. First time ever a 9-year-old has come up to me with a full pint of beer and said, "You know the rules."
Oh, that's good. There's no way back from that.
Yeah.
Which is also a good story. Like if there's ever anything you want G-Lane to consume when you're out and about, just get your kid to go give it to him, and he has no choice. Like maybe some heavy narcotics. If you've been cultivating some aggressive magic mushrooms at home, and you think, you know what, I'm going to stitch him up. Send your kid over with them and say,
"Can't say no."
Here you go.
So yeah, young Bo, legend.
What a guy
he was. He gave him a little steady the ship hat there.
Oh, it's cute.
It was good times. And then off to the stadium. Tell you what, I don't give away the drinks at the stadium either. I think I got 8 beers. There was 2 of us, so we're allowed to get 4 each at the start of the game. $104.
Yeah, my recollection, while hazy from Super Round, is still that it was an expensive way to go about it, and it also fell on Anzac Day. So, again, honour the troops, but, geez, honour them by an extra 15%. It's tough.
What was also quite interesting is we went up to our commentary area, which is the 4th floor of the stand where all the hospitality and stuff is. So we're right up the top. And there was a bit of catering there, but we were way too late. It had been absolutely pillaged. by the Sky TV crew. So
mate, you'd have the whole Sky TV crew. Lima Sopwanga wouldn't be able to get his greasy little mitts off that.
Like pigs in a trough. It was all gone by the time we got there. Not that we could. So we kind of poked our noses around. We've got like trays of beers and stuff. We just saw Laz, gave Laz away.
Yeah, lovely.
And then found the media tribune, which is where all the print journos, and they're in a big room and it's kind of tiered.
Yeah,
and they're all on their laptops. And amazing catering in there.
Ooh.
All at the back row, there's burgers and all sorts. And we go in there and go, Jesus Christ! And we're like, got all our beers. And they're like, what are you doing in here?
Yeah, they'll be very shocked to see. There's probably not a lot of professionals up there at work with a tray of bought beers, would be my hunch from working a lot of sporting events. Usually pretty beerless environments.
Yeah.
One security was like, this is a dry area. And we're like,
well, it's wet now.
Yeah, it's wet now. You just want to put them somewhere low key, get them out of harm's way, and so that no one tries to pull the buzz on you. But definitely go raid those print journals as well, and they're all in there working hard trying to file stories. They're too busy to eat a big sloppy burger.
Oh, I know. So we quickly whipped in there and got a bit of the ginger slice out of there, and we'd seen Ella. She didn't do much on the trip, but she did go in there and manage to.
Yeah, it's good. And go raid the fridge. You get a couple of cans of Coke or the like.
Yeah, and then afterwards, we the unofficial after party was back at Bloody Mary's. That was interesting. Craig looked after us there, probably a bit too well, to be honest. The beers were kept on flowing, and in between the beers was the old espresso martini.
Ooh,
which is just what you need at midnight.
Yep.
Yeah.
With a 5 a.m. wake up call.
Yeah,
I think it's smart to consume some caffeine and alcohol at midnight. And I guess the good part is you're staying there.
Yeah.
You're at the hotel bar.
We could just roll up the stairs.
Yeah, to do a full reverse Indiana Jones, roll back upstairs into bed.
Yeah.
And you're sorted.
Yeah, that was one advantage actually. You could just do an Irish goodbye and you'd be in your bed within 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's lovely. If you find there. That's the thing about hotels, often you get off on the wrong floor, they all look the same. You end up stumbling around, knocking on someone's door that isn't yours.
Yeah.
Tony, have you ever seen a DJ saxophone couple combo before?
I don't believe I have.
Yeah, we go down to Bloody Mary's on a Saturday night.
DJ saxophone couple.
A sax pest.
A sax pest.
Basically, just taking it for a walk during every sort of guitar solo.
And someone was then mixing, cutting up and destroying it on the ones and twos.
I wouldn't say mixing.
No, it was more of a Spotify playlist.
Yeah, nice.
But he'd take it for a walk every time there was any sort of interlude in between.
Nice. And they were a couple. Were they open mouth kissing between tunes as well?
Pretty much.
Yeah, because I'd like to see that. I wouldn't mind seeing a DJ open mouth kissing a woman during lulls in the song, and then the woman going and playing the sax. I mean, that's invigorating.
Oh, she was on the ones and twos. He was on.
Very gender normative.
Yeah, he was the sax offender, and she was on the ones and twos.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But there was a lot going on. Jeez, there was a lot going on the weekend.
No Willie Mason incident, which was good.
That's good.
Nice.
No player incidents apart from that, the odd run-in with the All Blacks on Saturday morning when they're out and about.
It was just Manaya's incident with the sexual harassment lawyer.
I have heard this, and apparently it'll be addressed tomorrow in full. But he might have got some dirt on you by the sounds of things.
No, I think what he was, and we're more concerned about was the live demonstration of where you can and can't touch an employee, and the employment lawyer was physically showing Manaya where you can and cannot touch.
I imagine just sort of strippers' rules, isn't it? When you're at the pub with a employment lawyer, just same sort of thing. Don't go for the two up top and the one down below, and you'll be fine.
Quite bizarre. It was quite bizarre. He was both shocked and fascinated. I think he acted like he was shocked, but really he was dangerously interested in what was.
It does sound like he's sort of getting explicit and ongoing consent, which is important. So
when the words "you cannot touch," for example, here.
Yeah, that's very confusing. Say here, like touch me here. You can't do that.
That was the kind of.
Sounds like entrapment. I think that would hold up in court. Unfortunately, she'd be the one representing.
Yeah, she's the lawyer, so he's screwed.
Yeah, she's really done a number on you.
Yeah, not me. Manaya was the.
Oh yeah, right. I thought you were untouchable. You're untouchable around here anyway, aren't you, HR?
I am. I'm HR. I'm complaints.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
Yeah,
somebody can't work with that.
It's just a simpler way of working things, really. I mean, you don't want to involve too many people.
Yeah, it's a sort of dictatorial, I think they call that one, when you a judge, jury, and executioner.
So we're going to do it all again this weekend in Wellington. We don't have a quiz on the Friday night because it's Matariki and, you need to...
No, you got to look at the stars.
Yeah, go look at the stars. But on Saturday, we're going to be at the Green Man in Wellington from 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, 5 o'clock kickoff. So
Beauty.
A little bit earlier this time. So get to the Green Man at 2 o'clock. Expert Ultra special, drink specials. Jason Pine will be there.
Lovely.
Broadcasting live from midday as well if you want to get on ZB and drop a fucker right in the pussy.
Ooh, I might try a little bit of that actually.
Yeah, so
I might just go on and vent about some things that have frustrated me in my neighbourhood that I think will really resonate with the ZB community.
Yeah. So he's been on the sports show there from the Green Man from 12. We're there from 2. So hopefully we'll see you there at the Green Man. I don't think. Do you have to book there? You don't think you do, but we'll see you there. Hey, Liam Lawson come 6th.
Oh, what a guy! And the points again is equal highest position at the British Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix, I believe they call it. And she was all go. Finished under a safety car, which is a real boner killer.
That is a real D-shrinker, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lovely bit of audio which I believe we have, which is again, I don't want to keep casting aspersions on other commentators, but we also get accused a lot of not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And so it's refreshing to know, again, that it's not just us.
The biggest attendance this racetrack has ever seen, and they will be rewarded with a last lap shootout for the major places. No. Ending, but it doesn't come in. The graphic was, the safety car was in this lap according to the timing page, and the safety car has been redeployed once again.
So just when you're trying to build up some excitement, they're going to be rewarded. Oh, no, they're not actually. This one's going to come home under a safety car. I think the safety car just didn't pull off. Was like, probably need one more lap of this.
I've met the guy who drives the safety car. He's a German touring car driver. And
what a gig.
It's a great gig. He's in the full race gear as well. He's got the helmet. He's got the racing, like the special boots.
Because he still goes quite fast, right?
So fast.
It's surprising to me, genuinely, and I guess I never really thought about it, that it's the same guy for all of them. Yeah. But I guess it makes sense. But yeah, you'd think you could just get your own. Do we need to fly a guy around and put him at a hotel? Can't we just get someone from
get Steve,
who works
who knows,
here?
Yeah, get Steve, who's the track marshal or something.
Totally. But I guess then they've got some consistency and they can, I guess, impose some rules and he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem, what a job.
We had to fly him in when we did the street race in Abu Dhabi to launch the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We brought all the drivers over for us, just do donuts in the street, whatever, up and down the Corniche. We had to bring him as well.
He's part of the crew.
Yeah, as a safety car. So he would go out and check that the track was all when I say the track, it was basically a public road, was all fine. He did some donuts in front of the Crown Prince and came back in his souped up Mercedes. And it was like, that was his gig.
I guess that does make sense though, because maybe he's given it the yay or nay. He's almost like the crash test dummy. He's the canary down the coal mine. He goes, I'll go do it first. I can sort of, and he's driving on it first on the track. He knows the lines. Or
what he didn't do, unfortunately, though, was maybe feed back to at least one of the teams that the cat's eyes in the middle of the road are quite raised. So most of the teams had already raised their cars because it wasn't a race. It was just a progression and a parade.
Yeah.
And one of the teams sent their car out and they hadn't raised it, and it basically ruined the underside of their car because they went over the top of the cat's eyes.
Oh, they trashed their undercarriage.
Yeah.
You never want to trash undercarriage in Abu Dhabi. That's tough.
Of all places.
Nice to see George Russell and Lewis Hamilton, two hometown boys, getting second and third after Charles Leclerc, the ladies' man, the hottest guy in motorsport. Do you think it's fair to say?
Yeah, he's easily the hottest man in motorsport.
Yeah, I think so. He's got those boyish good looks, doesn't he?
Yeah, his mum cuts his hair though. Is
that true?
Yeah. You've not seen the Drive to Survive. She cuts his hair from every time he comes back to Monaco.
I mean, come on, man.
I know. You're rich enough to do it. You have your own hairdresser you could follow you around. But I don't know if you know, but Matt Heath's partner makes him dress up as Charles Leclerc.
Oh, of course.
In full Ferrari gear.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking about it last week, and I think maybe we need to invest in it. We should get him the Ferrari bed as some sort of present from the ACC, gift it to him. Just if anyone's got any connections on sort of a red racing car bed, I'd love to see him sitting up there, dressed as Charles Leclerc, watching the Grand Prix in the middle of the night. I think it'd be very cute.
Hot off the press as well. Tony Lyall. Brazil knocked out by the Viking Norwegians 2-1.
It's true. They pillaged and they got them out of there. The Brazilians got torn off, as they're familiar with, quite frankly. And gone 2-1. And it was 2-0. Last minute penalty, old Neymar Jr. It was outrageous. Really giving it to the Norwegian goalie,
who was man of the match.
I can't imagine what you'd be saying to him. All I could think to say is, there's no way we're possibly going to win this game, you bitch. What are you going to say?
I know.
How can you take the high ground?
He went straight up to him and just got straight into his grill. And I saw them. I think Cole was like, "What are you doing, man? You've lost this game. Get out of here."
I mean, there was so much argy-bargy.
Yeah.
The last 7 minutes of each time went for about 15 minutes because they were fighting every single time. And, it's a real clash of cultures, the Brazilians and the Norwegians. Literally on the screen, you can kind of see it represented in the players. But also, they're both no-nonsense cultures. I mean, both have dabbled in some aggressive sort of slavery and some aggressive murdering. I saw some
aggressive expansion, I would say.
That's a better way to put it. Yeah,
yeah.
they've been Vikings, they've been Brazilians getting after it, and killing Peter Blake, of course. So there's a lot going on for both countries.
It was good. So Erling Haaland scored both goals as well, and he looks like a cyborg that was created in a lab.
He's a freak.
Let's create a Viking, please, Claude.
Yeah,
and they produced him.
It's like if you sort of Jurassic Parked it and you found some Viking DNA, or you found the Bogman and you were able to reanimate the Bogman, it would come out and it would look like Erling Haaland. He's a weird looking duck, but God, he can kick the shit out of a ball.
Absolutely, and probably by the time you listen to this, the game might be already over. But the English team apparently booked multiple hotels in Mexico City to try and distract the fans so they don't keep them up at night. But they've found them.
Well, let's see how easy it is to concentrate with this going on underneath us. So this is the audio from outside the England hotel. Imagine trying to go to bed and go, listen, I've got a big game tomorrow. There's fireworks being shot. I mean, it looks like Territory Day. Some of those are out of the asses of 13-year-olds, I reckon. It's chaos.
So that game's today. Going back to the scene of the crime, where the hand of God from Maradona in the quarterfinal saw England knocked out. So the irony of that is not lost.
It's going to be epic. I love the idea as well. Like, if you think back to 95, Rugby World Cup, of course, Susie the waitress, one of the first things you think of when people go, oh, this is like espionage from someone outside the team environment who tried to, affect the game by poisoning the All Blacks. And then you flash forward 30 years, and there's just people shooting rockets at the team hotel. There's no one's worried about this. No one's going, oh, this isn't really sport. This isn't really fair. We're going, yeah, shoot it, get him more.
At least the mariachi type situation is tuneful.
Pleasant.
It's tuneful.
Yeah, I think maybe
They're not just blowing air horns and like vuvuzelas.
Yeah, you could do like the the Guantanamo Bay style, and just play like the same Metallica song in the strobe light, and just blast that the entire time. I think the Guantanamo Bay technique for away fans is it's going to catch on.
And Trumpy's come out and thanked FIFA for kind of rescinding the red card that their striker received.
Yeah, is this a conspiracy? I don't know how much to buy into this.
Yeah.
It seems like one of those things that, I mean, of course, Trump, he's the most recent recipient of the FIFA Peace Prize, so maybe he holds a bit of sway within FIFA.
The FIFA Peace Prize, get out of here.
Yeah, so maybe he was like, listen, I'll have to hand back this Peace Prize. All I've done since I got it is peace, so maybe if I hand this back, or you could let our boy sit out he's got a one-match ban, and it's been pushed out so that he can take that in a year, which is outrageous. So he's going to miss a game, but who cares when it is? He's got a probation period, and if he commits a similar offence within that time, then it will be triggered and he'll have to sit out the next match. But there's a part of me as well that actually thinks like this is good, that I think that in a World Cup, I'd rather see the best players on the field. Like there's been a few instances where someone's got a couple of yellows and they'll miss the next match. But I don't really know who that serves. Like, we want to see the best players out there. Also, these guys have been training their entire lives, and then you kick a guy accidentally on the shin, 2 yellow cards in 2 games. You can't play the next game. It seems like I don't mind them. I don't care if they miss a game in 6 months. I won't be watching it.
Yeah, I agree.
I reckon it's sort of like the State of Origin thing, right? Where it's
no rules.
We just want the best players out there. Yeah. I know in the NRL there's been guys who have got like a high shot the week before Origin. They go, oh, actually that's fine. We don't want them to miss Origin, so we want them out there. And I'm sort of with it.
Unless it's a Warrior. And then
unless it's a Warrior.
Oh, they'll give them a 16
months.
Yeah. They'll be sorry, mate. You missed the next 2 Origins.
Speaking of the Wahines, thumped the Bulldogs 32-10 at FML Stadium in the Tron. Gee, I was watching that. Did you see the head clash with the blood coming out of one of the Warriors' eyebrows?
No, I have not.
It was up there with the Adi Savia.
A big split.
Big split, and was just gushing.
The eyebrows go when they go, don't they? I like when it peels back and you can sort of see the white meat. It's a brutal place to get a cut.
Yeah. So no, they look good. They absolutely dominated.
Yeah, it's good to see Gail Broughton back playing in New Zealand as well. Of course, she was New Zealand Sevens player. Real character too. Absolute hoot of a person, back and dotting down on her first match for the new club. To see it.
Not sure the Bulldog. Do you think the Bulldogs woman like called the Bulldogs?
It does seem. Well, I always think that it's weird that. No, actually, I don't know. Let me talk about this and see where I land. The idea when you have a women's team and you just call them the same name but the women, I always think it's just a bit weird. I think
especially when it's the doggies.
Yeah, they should have. But even for the Warriors women, I think it's just a bit lazy. Like, surely there's an equivalent of a warrior that we could call I like the the Chiefs women sounds weird. Like in Super Rugby, I know they've got called the Matatu, which is of course it's a new club. It's the whole South Island, but I like the idea of just calling it something different so that we can get around that, as opposed to just being like, go the Bulldog women,
go the doggies,
go the
yeah. Because it's the North Queensland Cowboy women,
Cowboy, Cowboy girls.
Just call them the Cowgirls.
They should be the Cowgirls, and then when they're they're getting pushed back in their heart, they go, this is the reverse Cowgirls. I think we can be more creative than just slapping women on the back of everything. We've got to give these teams their own identity we can get behind.
So, Waz, tickets are sold out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I was pissed off about this one. This was devastating. I've been telling the kids for all year that we're going on August 30th. I'm going, this afternoon game, it's the only one I can do. I've got work and events every Saturday night, and they start late too, 8 p.m. kickoffs traditionally. My kids are a bit younger, so I was like, we're going 4 p.m., August 30, we're heading along, the Knights are in town, and then I see an Instagram reel with numbers counting down to 0, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, fuck, this is going to be sold out.
You're a terrible dad.
The entire season sold out, which is great for the Warriors. But devastating for me personally, because I really thought I was going to get along. And I've got it in the calendar. I've literally turned down a gig. There was an out-of-town gig I was going to get on the Saturday night. I said, listen, I've actually got something on Sunday that I can't miss. And now I'm not going. And it's just that one of...
we might be able to help you out.
Well, I think they need to erect... Well, now we're talking. But I think they need to erect the temporary seating like they had in Christchurch.
Yeah.
I know they had it in Mount Smart a few years back. The ABs played at Mount Smart against South Africa, I believe. And they put a whole bunch of temporary seating in and they left it in for the remainder of the Warriors. And I think they need to do that. They need to chuck up, especially if they're sold out. Every seat that they sell now, that's all profit, right? So if they put in a bunch of temporary seatings, they've already sold out everything they thought they were going. It's all gravy. If anyone's listening, it's all gravy, baby. Put up some temporary seatings. Let me be a good dad.
Right out. We can say a quick break. We're back with some yours, pleases.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
Rightio, before we get into the yours pleases, the Export Ultra Beer Garden Tour is back. Been to some pretty epic places. We went to Paris for the Rugby World Cup. Went to actual Beer Fest in Munich. We went to Austin, Texas last year. And this year it is the grand final Beer Garden Tour. We are headed across the ditch to Sydney in October. So you and a mate could be joining us in a massive Rugby League grand final weekend. Flights, accommodation, match tickets. We go to the races on the Saturday. We catch a boat to the grand final on Sunday. It's 4 nights. It's loose as a goose. All you have to do is text Ultra to 3236. Follow the link, enter your deets, and you are in the draw for that. All thanks to our legends, friends at Export Ultra.
Now, quick question for you on that one there, G-Lane. The boat on the way there, have you planned a trip on the way back?
No.
Because I've heard that this is where it can fall over. I think all the trains back to the city all leave from the same stadium in Sydney. And so the entire stadium gets out. All everyone who's boated there will be like, we're living large. And then you can stand in a line for 2 to 3 hours. And I've heard a few people that it's really killed their boner for their entire night. So just something to bear in mind.
Yeah, look, I went to a State of O game there, and I did spend $120 Australian to get back to my hotel, which was only about 10 kilometres away.
Yeah. If you're a taxi driver in that situation, you lick your lips and go,
They absolutely fleece you.
Yeah, there's buses galore. Like, it's a big city, obviously, but yeah, it can be one of those tough ending of the nights where you go, oh, no.
Well, if we go in with eyes wide open, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, just go full Creed.
They probably don't shut the bars.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah, so
there's no one beer limit after the or just full shut bars.
I think they just basically give you more. Like you order one and they give you 4.
Yeah, I guess it's the NRL grand final. Yeah, they say and it comes in a yard glass. Yeah. You got to whip into it.
Okay, first one, yours please.
Tony Lyall.
Uh-oh.
Tony fucking Lyall. Tony fucking Lyall gets a job at the ACC. God damn it. Congratulations, bro. Let me be among the first to say, love ya, fuck ya. Yours sincerely, Andrew from Napes.
There you go. That's a
cheers, Andrew from Napes.
That's a ringing endorsement,
Tony.
Tony.
Love a good love you, fuck you.
That was risky there for the timing. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I
wondered if you vetted it. I thought maybe I was going to get some dirty laundry aired on the pod.
Get ready, Tony.
First week, and someone was going to say something genuinely horrific. But no, that was kind of nice. I didn't love the tone. Can I just say that? It was very scary, but I mean, the sentiment was nice, but the delivery was terrifying.
And Andrew from Napes, he does like to leave a message. Usually, you can imagine it in the dark. He's doing it pitch black.
Yeah, he was born in the dark. He's sort of a Bane-esque character.
Yeah.
So, I mean, prolific texter through on the commentary, so I'm familiar with his work. Always the best, but maybe the first time I've heard his voice, it's... I don't know. I don't know if I want to see a picture. With love.
Next one, yours, please.
Yeah, I'm 5'11", 101 kgs.
Okay.
I nominate Irish Dave. I've only got bottles, sorry. But, let's go. So cold. So cold.
Yeah, you should let that sit all day. We've been over this. You got to let it sit.
So cold.
It's
there you go, Irish Dave, you're up. So basically, people are just nominating people to drink beers now, so which is fine. I'm happy to be a vehicle.
Yeah, it's nice just to let the genderati sort of fight amongst themselves. It's lovely. 5'11", I don't want to body shame anyone. 5'11", 101 kgs.
I'm 5'11" and 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're 5'11"?
10 and a half.
Yeah.
What's
5'9".
5'9".
You're shrinking before our eyes.
I'm not fucking 5'9".
I think we'll call it 5'8.5".
The size of my dick.
That's unbelievable.
Next one.
Okay, G-Lane, I remember you sitting up on the bar and you were dying a slow death. But what you should have done instead just said, look, okay, did you guys know that seagulls die after sex? Like, well, yeah, I don't know, but the one I fucked did. Ha!
Well, that delivery was right up there with your rusty nail joke, G-Lane. But I like the idea of it. It's pretty funny.
At least he recognised someone that was in pain. could see someone dying on stage.
Yeah.
When I say stage, I was on top of the bar.
Is this on the weekend?
Yeah, he's referring to the rusty nail.
Oh, this actually is the rusty nail incident. Oh, it's not a bad joke. I've heard it before. I haven't heard it with a seagull. I've heard it with a pigeon before.
Oh, a pigeon.
The pigeons die after sex.
Yeah.
But it's nice. It's good gag.
Yeah.
Insinuates a bit of bestiality, which I'm always a fan of.
Next one.
Kia ora, cunts. Tony from the GC. Holy shit, I just watched a full Savannah Bananas match.
Mm-hmm.
If there's ever a collab that we didn't know we wanted but we need, it's Black Clash v Savannah Bananas. They've got everything. Crowds, beers, music. They've even got old blokes greased up in butter racing each other around the diamond, and whoever loses have to eat a ear of corn off the other guy's chest. Get in there, G-Lane, and make this happen.
Oh, mate, I agree. The whole Savannah Banana League is next level crazy.
Well, the thing that I always think is so underrated with them is how exceptional they are at the actual sport they do.
Yes.
Which I think that's the tipping point. A lot of people think, oh, you can go out there and goose around and have some fun, but they're so skilled, they're so good. I'm always surprised, mate. Why aren't you actually playing?
Well, because I suppose, you have to only the elite get into the MLB.
Yeah, so they're
kind of second tier, and there's no point fucking around in the second tier probably making $100,000 a year when you could join the Bananas and make $1 million.
Do a backflip and wear some outrageous stuff, do a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
It does look fun. I've never watched a whole game.
Neither have I. I've very much watched all the social clips.
I almost didn't think they played a game. It seems funny.
They do. They play an entire game. And
against who?
Against each other. They've got a whole league now.
Oh, okay.
They've got a whole league. They've got the original Savannah Banana team.
Yes.
But now they've got like other franchises that play, and it's all the same thing. So there's like entertainment. People can catch the ball in the crowd. You can throw it back in and still run them out.
Yeah, that's great.
So the crowd can kind of fishing around for the ball.
That is a rule that we could implement at the Black Clash.
Yeah.
Surely you could have sort of a designated catcher where if you catch it and throw it back in, the ball is alive or something like this. I think there's definitely a couple little tweaks of the rules to lighten it up.
So well, I don't know where you watch it. Where is it? Maybe
YouTube?
Online? YouTube? Yeah, probably.
It's on ESPN. They play them.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out. Next one, Niels, please.
G'day team, Andrew from Napes here, BBN live from an outside location, good sports in Napier. I don't know what it was like in the stadium, but holy fuck, that haka in a closed arena was mental. Come on, the All Blacks.
Andrew from Napes.
He's cheered up.
Oh, he is cheered up. But I tell you what, Cody Taylor, he's done this before. He leads the haka, and every time he just about rips his larynx out every time he does it, and he cracks a couple of high notes.
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure if people are going to pull him aside and say, hey, just maybe bring it back a touch.
Well, I'm not, the... what do you call it? The main guy when it comes to multiculture. I'm not the advisor. I don't know how it works.
You're not Tony Lyall, the co-matua.
No, I'm not. So I'm not sure if it's something you're supposed to do to rip your larynx out. Like maybe that shows more respect, more mana. But I would imagine maybe he could see like a performance coach, like go to someone in like, the local repertory society who does like fiddler on the roof or whatever, and just learn how to use the diaphragm, because you can actually be equally as loud without screaming. Because if he does that a lot, he's going to lose his voice.
He's going to end up sounding like Lee Hart in his old age.
He's going to be the new Darren Lockyer. And if he wants a career in broadcasting, which every ex-All Black does these days, he's going to have to preserve his voice. Otherwise, he's going to be out there sounding like an absolute maniac.
He's like,
yeah. But then again, that might be how it's supposed to sound.
Yeah,
maybe it's supposed to be that high and just cracking. He sounds like me when I was 14 out there. He's like, it's really quite something. But
look, I'm never going to say it to his face.
Well, so I quite like how they've got the little patu these days. It's kind of nice to allow a weapon, and maybe we should allow him to play with it for the first 10.
Yeah, or maybe just one of the dirty reserves is at the front and he just cracks him over the head with the patu. And
yeah, well, I guess that used to, when there used to be like haka fights when the people doing the haka would get so close.
Norm Hewitt and
well, you can't have a haka fight these days because he's got a patu. So
do you know what? You can't have a haka fight these days because there's punishing photographers lying on the ground.
Get rid of the punishing photographers.
Yeah.
It's outrageous. The idea, or a sound guy holding a boom lying between them.
Allow the charge.
He's sort of destroying the facade as well of like the uninterrupted battleground. We've got a Waterloo environment between these guys.
And there's a dude lying down with a high vis on. Holding a big
don't mind
cock.
me. Yeah, get rid of him. We can hear it.
Yeah, and you got a spider cam now, so you don't need a cameraman either.
How sexy is the spider cam, by the way?
So hot.
Here's a question for you before we move on. Would you get a reach around from the spider cam?
100%.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Well, I'll tell you who wouldn't. The man standing beside me at Super Round, he was disgusted when I asked him the same question. He was not into getting a reach around from the spider cam. So if you're listening, mate, sorry about that one.
Next one. Yours, please.
G'day, fellas.
G'day, mate.
Been at the footy club all day, gotten home to finally watch the ABs. Made sure I haven't seen the scores, so watching it on delay on Stan Sport over here in Melbourne, and decided, I want to watch the Wallabies as well. So watching the Wallabies live.
This is going.
And very good timing. Will Jordan scores in the corner.
Yep.
And then watch Dylan Peach score in the corner just after. Come on.
He's nailed it.
I didn't know where that was going.
I thought he was going to go back and then go back, and it was gone to.
Well, the thing that they often do, which I find very annoying, is they'll run a ticker down the bottom of the screen and it will have the scores from the preceding games.
Yes.
So you'll be watching this game and then it will cut to, just down the bottom, you'll see, All Blacks, whatever the score is, 34-32, and you go, fuck. But no, that's great.
How good was the Irish-Australian game as well?
Really, Australia was looking sharp.
Yeah.
A lot of good players. I just don't think they know how to win. They got in the position to win and they just sort of bottled it. Like they didn't have that killer instinct. They're so unused to winning. I mean, a decade of losing every game will do that to you.
Rugby needed a weekend like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Of absolutely barnstorming games. The South Africans look dangerously good against the English. Like
terrifying. I found them terrifying to watch. I did like this, that we're the only team that hasn't bowed and put a big, ugly white badge on our shoulders. All the other ones for the Nations Championship have a big like white badge on the shoulder, and the All Blacks are just like, no, we don't want that shit on there. If it's the ABs, mate, we don't just put any old crap on on the arm of our shit.
Nations Championship crest, go fuck yourself.
Every other team had it, but yeah, Springboks, that game was so fast. They were everywhere. England, I love to see them lose.
Yeah,
I find them particularly punishing.
And Scotland, I think they beat Argentina.
They not only beat them, they wiped the floor with them. They trounced them by there's about 50 odd points.
And Japan beat Wales, which I thought was quite surprising.
Yeah, usually it's well, they're pretty proficient when Japan comes to hunting whales.
Yep.
I think.
Next
that was
one.
the obvious gag there.
Yours, please.
What do you reckon?
Hey, g'day, it's just old Harry from Omaruna, and I've met Cam the Garden Hose.
What's up, motherfuckers? Cam the Garden Hose here. Ready to piss on your life.
Oh, nice.
How you going, Mike Lane?
Get
Fuck
mate.
you.
Get him, mate. Thanks.
I mean, just go fuck yourself, to be honest, from everyone in Otago.
Okay.
But hey, Cam the Garden Hose here, he's operating quite an operation, to be fair.
Yeah.
Quite a rig, and if you want to go fuck yourself, Mike Lane, I love you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Mash.
Well, the Cam the Garden Hose, he's obviously a regular contributor. It's good to people, good for the Generati to meet up with each other.
I think so.
I wonder how they got to the point that he said, I'm Cam the Garden Hose.
Yeah, I imagine he probably had his piece out or something like this, was wandering around sort of watering the lawn.
Yeah, okay.
And shouted out there.
And he goes, are you Cam the Garden Hose by any chance?
Turned around and sprayed him with some piss and said, yes, I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder if he can change nozzles like garden hoses, like the Nilex.
Yeah, I'd say there'd be a connector you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, to sort of make a two spring outshoot.
Yeah, to a rain.
Yeah.
Rain
shower.
Rain
shower. You want to spray.
High pressure.
Jet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one.
It's the last one.
Last one.
I like the steady the nips idea, but I think you're overthinking it. Just get the party shirts and put a little buckle on the sides of them so you can undo it and clip it behind your back. I think that's the easiest way. You don't have to worry about nipple placement then. It's just completely unbuttoned.
Well, I'm confused. Is he talking about a Komodo style operation?
Or is he thinking a party shirt undone and then you clip it behind you, so basically your tits are out. And you've just got arms.
He's describing no shirt at all, potentially.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that you could do, and this is taking his idea and running with it, a party shirt, but instead of buttons, Velcro. So you can sort of, or domes, so you
domes
can
are good.
pop it off quickly. And then like a vest you wear in a three-piece suit has a tightener along the back.
Yeah.
Maybe this is what this gentleman is talking about. So you could unpop the domes and then tighten it along the back to expose the breast. But
what about
honestly,
just flaps? What about just Velcro flaps? You can pull that down and it just exposes the nipple.
A couple of nipple glory holes.
Yeah. Just go down and then back up again.
I don't mind the nipple glory hole idea.
Yeah.
I think a lot of other people would have a problem with it.
Yeah,
but
but
I think the idea of not using your own is then you don't have to have your horrible rig out. You can you can do sort of like an image of
like Kesey and have kind of prosthetic nipples.
Hey, prosthetic, are they? I thought they were. I thought they were legitimate. Just those big old bad boys. But yeah, something like that would be nice. I think we need to brainstorm it.
Yeah, okay.
Putting a lot of. I like the idea of a tearaway stripper style party shirt.
What about if we have prosthetic nipples that are so big that it comes through your t-shirt?
Yes, like when you see someone and they're just absolutely full beams are blasting through their shirt.
Yeah.
I think that is nice.
So everyone's just in the crowd just with big steady nipples.
ACC nipple prosthetic nipple extenders. I think they'll fly off the shelves. There's no way you're going to lose money on this bad boy.
No way. There is no way.
No way.
There's no way. Anyway, thanks very much, Tony. Thanks very much, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of The Agenda.
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartRadio or wherever you get your podcasts.